guys. Welcome to the AMP Podcast. This is Season 2, Episode 14, and we're calling it That's a Wrap. Appreciate you guys liking and subscribing the AMP Podcast on all your favorite podcast platforms. Let's get us up to 200 or 300 subscribers if you could. Want to welcome in some folks today, Justin, so welcome. Hey, Stephen, thanks for having us in. Appreciate it. We love Sycamore Studios.
That
I really do. Justin, thanks for being here again and co-hosting.
My pleasure, Mark.
And we have Carly Lear from Vault Title
Hello.
visiting us again. And, of course, one of our co-leaders, Maleeka Smith with Smith Homes.
Hello, everyone.
Guys, thanks for being here on the podcast. Looking forward to doing this. We're going to get right into it. Of course, as usual, our sponsors, Red One Realty, Vault Title, Covita Lending, and Safe Pro Home Warranties. Justin, start us off. What are we doing first?
The episode is called That's a Wrap, and the reason is because it's our Season 2 finale.
Great.
We
made
did
it through 2.
9 episodes in our first season. Maleeka and Carly, you guys were both guests on various episodes of that season. 14 episodes this season, so we're up to 25. So this is a little bit of a milestone for us.
Check us out on all your favorite platforms and subscribe. It is a milestone. What's our first order of business, brother?
Well, we got Carly and Maleeka in the house today, and we just would love we're glad that you guys are here. Thank you for taking the time, and always enjoy the pleasure to chat it up. Carly with Vault Title, one of our biggest and best sponsors. Thank you for being here, and Maleeka, one of our AMP co-leaders. Always appreciate you. What's going on with you guys today? How are we feeling?
Carly?
I feel good. I feel good. I was just telling you, this is the most Monday Wednesday.
Yeah, it feels like
world.
Monday outside today.
Does it?
Yeah, it's a little gloomy, a little gray, but
Yeah.
I think I was telling you this the other day. Maybe it was Maleeka. I come into the office on Sundays. I have office hours for the AMP team members from 10 to 11, and then I also have Zoom scheduled. And starting my week off on a Sunday makes the week, at least it feels like, it goes so much faster.
yeah.
I don't know why that is.
Oh, when you add a day, it makes it go faster?
Yeah, seems
That's
to.
crazy.
That's strange.
Yeah, because Monday it does not feel like the start of the week. It feels like I'm way into the week because Sunday is the start of the week. I don't know.
That's a little bit of
No,
a
I know
cheat
what
code.
Time's a
That is a
weird
little
thing.
cheat
It is a
code.
cheat code.
I can promise you I'm not going to try it, but
Yeah, you shouldn't. And the reason you shouldn't is because you've got some news, as I understand it.
ooh,
We
yes.
know about it, but nobody watching this does.
Yes. I had a baby.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yay, congratulations.
Yes, I was pregnant for a long, hard 9 months, and now I have this sweet little boy at home. His name is Jack.
Jack. Welcome,
Yes.
Jack.
Yes, welcome, Jack.
Please like and subscribe this, Jack.
Yes.
You
How
brought
old is-
you
how
brought
old is
Jack
Jack?
you brought Jack to the office maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we got to see him in person. And
He's a
pretty sure
cutie.
Mark scared him, but
I
little
scare all
bit.
kids.
Yeah.
I scare my own grandkids to death.
Those
I'm
lucky
joking.
ducks. No, I think he cried the whole time, but it is what it is. Babies cry.
Welcome, Jack.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks for
How old
sharing.
is Jack?
Jack is 3.5 months.
Oh, he should definitely like and subscribe this.
yeah,
podcast.
right.
Wow.
He should.
He's old enough.
It's about time he
Yeah.
starts getting Instagram, all
Yeah.
that good stuff.
he's
Oh,
a
okay.
handsome, cute fellow.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You guys are blessed. And
Yes, we are.
how has the we talk about time blocking a lot. We talk about work-life balance. We talk about you
Family,
count it, family, faith,
faith,
social life, and work,
work.
even if it's outside of real estate.
Mm-hmm.
And how has that transition been for you? Have you found it easy, hard? Has it been, have you had to rearrange things, or what's that look like?
Yeah. It's been a transition. That's
We were talking about this before we started
yes.
recording.
It was a big adjustment for me to come back to work.
Yeah.
Not, as much as I love my job, I think we all love what we do.
Sure.
Most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was excited to come back to work, but also, your heart breaks a little bit when you have to leave your first baby.
Yeah.
Any baby.
Any baby,
Any
but
baby.
that
Yeah, you
first
have
one really just,
A 4.
yeah. So you're telling me it doesn't get any easier.
No, I'm
Good.
sorry.
God bless.
Yeah, so that was a
mothers.
big transition. So we're still kind of working through some kinks of trying to find balance.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Find the sweet spot. Yeah.
I got one foot in the door because I do love what I do, but then I got the other one to get home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're working through it.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that that you're back in action. We love seeing you back at the office. I'm glad that
Thank
you're back in
you.
action. And
Yes. Makes me feel human.
yeah.
I need some adult interaction.
Yeah, definitely.
For
We're
sure.
we're social creatures, and you
Yes.
get cooped up for a while, and you got to
You
get
go a
it.
little crazy.
And I hear the ladies at the office down the hallway. They're always like, "Where's Carly? I wish Carly was here." So it's great. It's great
I'm
that
so popular.
Social life. Date your husband. I know I sound old,
No, no,
but
no.
you have a
It's
baby
true.
now. Go on dates. Get off by yourself. Your relationship is critically important.
Awesome. Would you like to babysit?
Sure.
Okay.
that's the key of reliable babysitters.
I was like,
that's the
where do
tough
you
part.
find these people?
Maleeka, you have four girls, right?
Yes.
Oh my
And
goodness.
so
So much sass and attitude.
Ah,
Like,
absolutely love it.
never enough.
Who do they get it from?
I have no idea. Their dad, I guess.
Yeah, you're like, it ain't me.
Not
You're
me.
not going to claim that?
Absolutely not. I am a perfect angel and so sweet and nice all the time.
I know you
Same.
better than that.
well, I know you guys talked about it on I think it was episode 8, Real Women in Real Estate. But what tips or tricks do you have up your sleeve for managing that, family life, work life, all that stuff?
My calendar, which I did not look at today, but on a normal day,
Yeah.
I do
It's a
look at my
bad day.
calendar. It feels like a Monday.
It
today.
does.
So, it was a little rough today. I stayed home a little bit longer than I normally do to
Good.
see kids off and sat on the bed with the baby for a little bit longer today.
Yeah.
So those moments are key, but I do follow a calendar. So if I have to be somewhere, I make sure I'm there. And if the kids have sporting events or concerts, work comes second. So I let the whole team, everyone know that I'm working with for the day. Like, I'm out at this time.
Yeah.
Because I have to be somewhere for my kids.
Absolutely.
So we set alarms. Everyone on the team knows, set alarms, in the middle of renovations because Maleeka's probably not going to leave when she's supposed to. So they also kick me out because they know family's super important.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. That's and you don't live too far from here, right? So it
I
was
live
pretty
very
short.
close to here, but I did drive to Upper Arlington
To visit a site.
to visit a site.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, Justin just texted me as I pulled up.
I have to go.
I was like, so I'll be here for 10 minutes and then I'm leaving and I'll see you guys later. So,
Got everything squared away.
yes.
And here you are.
Yes.
Well, I think that you guys talked about it in that episode, but it's one of the beautiful things about your transition from, full-time, business corporate world job to a job where you control your schedule, and that allows you to have those special moments with your kids and be there for at those times, right?
And I don't feel guilty. I mean, sometimes you feel guilty if you're leaving
Naturally.
early, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to ask anyone.
Yeah.
I just tell them I'll be back or I won't see you till tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I leave and go do whatever I need to do. Or when I have my Thursday morning meetings with Mark, they know, she'll be in late today. So everyone adjusts, and I love having control over my schedule and doing what I need to.
Maleeka's not giving herself enough credit. I know Carly didn't either. We'll be in that Thursday morning meeting. She has 2 phones.
Mm-hmm.
And while we are focused on what our agenda is, she is constantly on those phones. So she's an outstanding multitasker.
Yeah. Outstanding business manager, multitasker, AMP co-leader, all the above. Mother,
I was like, Mom.
mom.
Why?
How's
Why?
Tony doing? I haven't seen Tony in a while. How's he doing?
Tony, he is busy.
Yeah,
I keep him really busy, and
Yeah.
he keeps himself busy, and then the kids keep us busy together.
it is a great team family effort.
Yes.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I love it.
Shout out to Tony and Carly. What's your husband's name?
Tom.
Tom. Shout
Tom
out to
and Tony.
Tom
My
too.
good
Tom
old
and
Tom.
Tony.
He's the only reason I'm sitting here today.
Absolutely.
How's Tom loving being a dad?
Tom is loving being a dad. I was talking about this earlier before you guys came in. He works for Chase, and they have a lovely paternity leave. So he's actually at home with her baby right now.
Nice.
Love
That's
that.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well done,
I
Chase.
used to work at Chase.
Okay,
Yeah.
12 weeks is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he started his after mine so that we can stretch him, the whole
Nice. You
daycare
kind of
thing.
like staggered them
Yes.
to get a longer.
Because I was also saying daycare costs $1 billion a month
Yes.
in
Oh, man.
exchange for a perpetual cold
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry. I just,
The
so
petri
that's
dish.
what we're doing. A petri dish.
Yeah,
They should
that's what
call those.
daycare is. Yeah.
And it's really expensive.
It was so expensive.
It's a whole mortgage.
It truly is. Anyway, yeah. So Tom is he's liking it. He's a stay-at-home dad right now, which is a change for him.
Well, that's awesome. Shout out to Tom. Shout out
Good
to
for
Tony.
him.
Shout out to Aaron. Shout out to Ashley. All the partners that make this that allow us to do these things. and
Absolutely.
run our businesses. So, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break to hear from one of our sponsors, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the AMP action plan and we're going to dive into it. So we'll be right back. Thank you to our sponsor, Vault Title. The way they can help you is prior to closing, Vault Title will conduct your title search, coordinate all the aspects of the title services with the appropriate parties. They're going to prepare all your necessary documents, schedule your settlement. During the closing, they're going to be accounting for all your funds, reviewing closing documents, dispersing all the mortgage loan and sale proceeds. And after closing, they're going to satisfy all lender requirements, record your transfer documents, and issue your title insurance policy. Whether you're a buyer or seller or an agent looking for a great title company, reach out to Vault Title today, 614-324-2580, or email them team@vault-title.com.
Welcome back to the AMP Podcast. Thanks for joining us today. Appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe on all your favorite podcast platforms. Just in this second section is called the AMP Action Plan, and it's sponsored by Safe Pro Home Warranty.
Yeah.
So these are kind of tips and tricks that we provide to our AMP agents exclusively to help them grow and improve their business.
Absolutely.
I get this a lot, so I want to talk a little bit about, and this is a perfect kind of, I don't know if it's perfect, but Carly's here. So this has to do with title work. When you have a buyer that goes into contract, the title company is required no less than 15 days before closing to provide that buyer with what's called a title commitment.
Right.
Those come in two stages, and Carly will back me up on this. The initial title commitment, the title company goes back and 47 years, 50 years?
40 plus is
40
usually
plus
what
years.
we say. Yeah.
What they're doing is they're confirming for the buyer that every time that property is transferred, it's transferred legally. There are no clouds or encumbrances or issues, and we could talk about some other time what those issues might be. So they're going to provide about halfway through the transaction a preliminary title commitment. That title commitment is a lot of legalese. It's provided by the title processor, and there are sections to it. What we focus on that title commitment is Schedule B and the exceptions. The exceptions are what the title company is disclosing, hey, if this particular thing exists or happens, your owner's title policy, which is there to protect the buyer, is not going to cover that. And the list can be long, but 99% of them just make perfect sense. There's a couple on there when you're midway through a transaction that are always going to be on there, or typically they're on there, and that is the current seller's mortgage. It's not cleared yet. The property hasn't closed.
Right.
So that'll be shown as an exception. Hey, there's still a mortgage on this from the seller. And the other thing, I won't get into too many details, I think we're going to talk about it later, is the tax proration. So the taxes that are still due on the property. Other than that, on that list of exceptions, everything else just makes sense. It's important for us as buyer's agents to understand that Schedule B exceptions, to be able to talk about it expertly with our buying clients, and then move on towards closing, at which time another title commitment will be offered, and that one will show those two items that I mentioned earlier being cleared off. So you'll get a title commitment from the title company, which is the title company saying, hey, at this point, we're good. We think we can give you clear title. Here are some exceptions. A couple of these will be gone by the time you close. Everything will be just hunky-dory. And if there are any issues, those will be in bold, something for you as a buyer's agent and your buyer to kind of check with the seller on to make, and the title company, make sure those get cleared. That was long and convoluted, but title commitments are important and your buyers should understand them.
Carly, how did Mark do on the title commitment review?
I think you did pretty dang good. I was like, you kind of kept it fun,
Yeah.
which
Tried.
it's not. I'll tell you what, title insurance is not sexy. That's what they say.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think you nailed it. It's our roadmap.
Yeah.
We are providing you a roadmap, what we're going to do to get you to the closing table.
Out of all the things that buyers can sometimes be uninformed on, I find that title insurance, title commitment are top of that list of things nobody thinks about, or let's be honest, like really cares about until it's time that it becomes important, until they need it. So it's important for agents out there, if you're watching this, to familiarize yourself with that title commitment, like Mark said, and schedule a Zoom with one of us leaders, and we'll go over it with you.
It's one of the things that we focus on the AMP platform, and prayerfully it's focused on a more broader basis, but we certainly focus on it here.
Yeah.
So join us on the AMP platform. There you go.
There you
Cheap plug.
Maleeka, it's the AMP action plan segment. So, do you have any tools or tricks that you'd like to? Tricks is a bad word. Do you have any tools that you'd like to share with the viewers?
It might be a trick. Never know.
Or a tip.
It is the 3-2-1 rule. So 3 conversations a day, whether that's on social media or in person, a phone call, a text message, 2 follow-ups every day, and then 1 social media post.
Okay.
I think I
Love
am
that.
awesome at social media posts.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Agreed. I don't know why you looked at me. I agree. Maleeka is awesome on social media posts. Okay.
the conversations, still working on getting 3 in there a day.
Yeah.
I think it is easy if you're out and about in the community or, at your kids' soccer games. We spend a lot of time at soccer games. So I did have 3 conversations yesterday about real estate.
It comes up all the time, doesn't it?
It does.
Mm.
If you're around people.
Mm.
So just make sure you're out in the community and talking to people, and then 3 will come very easy.
Yeah.
And then I would say follow-up.
Mm.
I rely a lot on Bold Trail for automated follow-up.
That's what it's there for.
Mm-hmm.
And I create the rules in there. Justin, you know what they're called, smart campaigns,
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that, leads or new people that are being populated in my Bold Trail, that they are, having the touches.
Yeah, they're getting nurtured. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times people just follow up once, and that's never enough. You should definitely follow up at least 7 to 12 times before, somebody will either let stop talking to me, or
Mhm.
Leave
they
me
actually
alone.
respond.
Yeah. One or the other.
Yes, I got all of your emails.
Yes, but I mean, how
Please
many
stop.
times do we delete emails every day? And then you're like,
Oh, I'm a
okay.
chronic swiper. Just swipe, delete, delete.
But
Yeah.
at some point, do you just go, I delete these every day? Like, let me just unsubscribe.
Yes.
But you probably
It takes
still
me
open
like
it.
7 to 12 times though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So keep reaching out to people is the key.
So 3-2-1 rule. What I hear is that is one of the things that I talk with agents a lot about is their prospecting techniques and their prospecting structure and systems. And that sounds, no matter what system you have, whether it's the 3-2-1 rule or something different, if it's important to have a prospecting structure to
Yes.
make sure you're filling your pipeline. That you're knocking out a lot of different. You're checking a lot of boxes with that.
Yes.
You're filling your pipeline. You're following up with closed clients. And what was the one? The one
Social media
Social
posts,
media.
which
Social
she's
media
very
posts.
good at, just to be clear.
So you're doing active prospecting with the 3 conversations, closed client follow up with the 2 follow ups, and passive prospecting with the 1 social media post.
Yes.
Love it.
Whatever gets me out there, gets me top of mind for people
Yeah.
when they need a real estate agent or a marketer of real estate services.
They're going to
Mhm.
think about you.
Yes. Why not? It's free.
It
Right.
is. Facts, education, assistance, and you bring expertise into their lives as it relates to real estate, and it can do with anything home, anything.
Yes.
What do you
Yeah.
got, Justin?
Well, Steve, did you say something about you had a 3-2-1? Carly, I think you said
No,
something.
I was like, I have a 3-2-1 rule.
Go
Very
ahead.
different
I
from
want to
mine,
hear.
but I
I
love
want to
it.
hear both of them.
All right, I'll go first. So my 3-2-1, I stole this from someone, so I cannot take credit for it. I think her name is Mel Gibson. I apologize, Mel, if I got that wrong. 3-2-1. Sometimes it's so hard to just do something. I am I'm a procrastinator. I'm a chronic snoozer in the morning. So the 3-2-1 rule is just that countdown. 3, 2, 1, get up, do it. If you're scared to do something, 3, 2, 1, just do it. Don't even think about it. It's just 3, 2, 1, go.
I like that.
Don't even think.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we get in our own way, right?
Mhm.
We're scared, we're nervous, you're afraid of rejection, all of these things.
Don't want to get out of bed.
Don't want to get out
Yeah.
of bed, but you have to. It's the 15th time that you've hit snooze.
Right.
3, 2, 1, just do
Just
it.
go.
Just get up.
I picture myself at the edge of a diving board or a cliff, and I'm like,
Yes.
I don't want to
We all
jump.
have like a high dive story.
Yep.
Did I come from a small town? We did that. I don't know. I always had a high
did
dive
that.
story. First time you get off the high dive, just go up and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
well, if
Just go.
I die,
Gotta do
here
it.
we go.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, jump.
But you didn't die, and you're
But
here
I
with us
didn't
today.
die, and I'm here to live to tell about the 3, 2, 1.
So
Glengarry Pool in Westerville in the 60s
Yeah.
was a 3-2-1 moment for me off the high dive.
See? Everybody has one.
But I'm
So
old.
Maleeka's 3-2-1 is prospecting. Carly's 3-2-1 is getting out of bed. Steve,
do
what's
it.
your 3-2-1?
My 3-2-1 actually has to do with like planning. So more of I I try to do 3 items on a list that I can take care of in a day,
Yes.
2 items that I'm shooting for the week, and then 1 longer term for a month goal, and try to tackle all those as I move through. So like the month-long goal gets moved slowly into the week goal, and then it
Yes.
gets to the day goal, right? So it's just shooting those for those goals.
So 3 in a day, 2 in a week, 1 in a month.
Yep.
Love.
I love that.
That sounds like time blocking to me.
Sure does.
Thanks, Steve. All right.
Justin, what do you have for us?
Yeah.
Thank you for that lead in. So since Carly's here from Vault Title today, and I was using this tool literally last night, I had someone reach out to me and say, "Hey, Justin, you helped me buy my house, back in 2019. I'm thinking about moving out of state. What's my house worth right now? What does the sale process look like? I'm going to maybe try to buy a home in Chicago, and I need, the proceeds from this house." So I hopped on to Vault Title, shameless plug. Vault Title has an awesome net to seller sheet tool on their website. All you do is go to vaulttitle.com and create an account, and the net to seller tool is there. And what I did was I took my client's estimated current market value of their home, plugged it in there. I plugged in all the tax prorations that we're going to talk about a little bit later, the commissions, the state and local transfer fees, the title fees, the lender fees. And I was able to send that to my client and tell them, give them a very good estimate of what their potential net proceeds are from the sale of their home, so that they can help them plan their next step when they move out of state. So that's my tool, the Vault Title Net to Seller. I've used it for years and years.
Sounds like all the time we've been open.
Yeah, I've used it forever. And I call it the 1-2 punch, the CMA and the Vault Title Net to Seller sheet together. I mean, if you provide those two things to a prospective seller, you give them a really good picture of what to expect from their process.
And a lot of times it's just like, let's get to it. Like, show me the money.
Yeah.
When you're selling your home, I want to know how much I'm going to make on this.
Yeah.
It's what they're going to net.
Exactly. And then, it is also nice, like, if you're kind of playing around with pricing, like, where am I going to put this house on the market?
Absolutely.
You get 3 different scenarios. So that's always really nice, too. So
I've
you
used
have
it-
a higher end or a lower end.
Yeah, it's got 3 different options on there,
Yep.
so you can use a range. I've used it for clients that flip houses. I've used it for a lot of different, if you have an investor client, they have a miscellaneous tab on there. You can plug rehab cost, holding costs, all that stuff in there, and tell them give them a good estimate of what their net proceeds are going to be from that flip as well.
Yeah.
So it's very versatile. And I play a little game where I try to, when we close on the property, I look at the settlement statement and I
know
look
where
back
you're
at
going
my
with
net
this.
to
How close
seller,
did we get?
and I'm telling you, it's very accurate. It's
We
an
love to
effective
hear
tool.
that.
So
We do love to hear
And I
that.
will say that agents don't use that when they go to their listing appointments. I recently encountered a property I had a client wanted to go see, but they increased the price like $25,000. So I reached out to the listing agent and I go, "Hey, why did this come back onto the market after it was already pending, and why is the price more?" And their response was the seller wouldn't be able to cover if he sold for anything less than the new list price.
So they didn't
So-
know that already.
Had he done his homework and, did the net to seller, they would have known what price they needed to go in at instead of
yeah,
increasing the price after
And
it's
that
on the market.
Yeah.
and that looks bad on the
That doesn't
MLS.
look good.
And I've used I have don't hate me, Carly. I've experienced other title companies net to seller sheets on their websites, but Vault Titles is the easiest one that I've found to use. Also, it presents the numbers in a way that's very digestible and people can comprehend it really easily. It's not like looking at
Yes.
Greek when you look at it on a sheet.
Yes.
It's
yes,
easy to
yes,
understand.
yes.
You were just doing your research for those other ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Weren't you?
Just wanted to compare. And
Yes. Just for research purposes. Yes. Correct.
Well, that's a wrap for that section.
yeah, absolutely. So we're going to move right on to segment 3, my favorite segment, the AMP Spotlight, sponsored by Vault Title. Thank you, Carly, and thank you,
you're
Vault Title. This is where we like to give a shout out to one or a couple of our AMP agents that are on the platform. And Maleeka, I think you had maybe a trio of people you wanted to highlight today.
Yes. So last week I put out in Circle and on our AMP Facebook page 4 different addresses for open house opportunities for the weekend. And William Allen, Michelle Shriver, and Michaela Bangora all reached out same day I posted, gave me the dates and times and the address that they wanted to use, and they all held open houses over the weekend.
That's awesome.
Will Allen,
Michaela Bangora,
Bangora,
and Michelle Shriver. Yeah.
Michelle was the first agent to join the agent mentorship platform on December 16th at 2020 at 10:43 a.m.
Yeah.
And she's still with us, and she's still doing open houses. Thank you for presenting her with that opportunity. Michelle's great, Michaela's great, and Will's great.
I remember sitting.
Well done, guys.
Yeah, well done. I remember sitting at the old Red One office in the upstairs room for one of the first AMP meetings that I ever attended. And me, Michelle, Dana was there. I didn't know Dana at that time. Michelle was there. So it's fun to look back, how far AMP has come and how far we've come. And
Doesn't that feel like forever ago?
it does.
Yeah.
And I got to do a deal with Michelle last year, and it was a great experience. So shout out to those 3 agents.
Yeah.
I wanted to give a shout out to an agent that I was talking with yesterday who just recently closed on what I think is her first investment property. So Sandy Vo is an AMP agent that we work closely with, and she reached out maybe a month or 2 ago. Mark, I'm sure she probably discussed it with you as well, but there was an investment property popped up in her hometown, Columbus Grove, Ohio, I think it's
right.
Columbus Grove is the city. And, we kind of assisted her in her getting her offer in for that investment property, and she has a vision and the potential for it. And she closed on it yesterday. So
congratulations.
and shout out to Sandy Vo. We
She
appreciate
has really come a long way in my opinion, a short period of time. I'm tickled for her, and this is going to be a buy and hold for her. She's going to rent it, and she's got a great vision for this house.
Yeah.
So I'm tickled for you. Well done, Sandy.
Awesome. And shout out to all you AMP agents out there. And if you're not on AMP, come check us out. We'd love to have you. And with that, we're going to take a quick commercial break to hear from one of our sponsors, and we'll be right back with our Ask the Coach segment.
So I don't get to talk about Georgia and Kentucky?
Oh, crap. I'm sorry. No, let's go. Let's bring it back in. Let's just pretend like that didn't happen. Yeah. Sorry, Mark.
They'll clip it up.
Yeah, I'll clip it up.
So Sandy Vo, yeah, she's an awesome AMP agent.
She is outstanding.
What about you, Mark? Did you have someone you wanted to, spotlight on the AMP team?
There might be some B-roll for you guys to understand why we just laughed. Yes, the AMP platform is growing along with Red One. Red One is the fastest growing brokerage in the state of Ohio by agent count, and quickly becoming the fastest growing brokerage by volume. And part of that, the Red One growth, is we have recently brought on board the Georgia and the Kentucky Red One offices, and the agents in the Georgia and Kentucky offices. Justin, Maleeka, you've probably experienced this. They are absolutely taking to the agent mentorship platform approach, very engaged. There were several agents on the phone call last night. So a big shout out to not only Rich and Grace, our managing brokers in Georgia, but Frankie Brown, our manager in Kentucky, and all of the agents that are really doing well to take this in. They're engaged. They're on Thursday meetings. They're on Tuesday meetings. So both of those teams, you guys are outstanding. We really appreciate Georgia, best team, Georgia, and the folks from Kentucky with Frankie Brown. So shout out to all of you agents. Well done.
Yeah, we see a lot of Georgia and Kentucky on our calls. They're very active on Circle, celebrating their wins, talking about, asking questions, engaging us, on all the different things that are going to help them grow their businesses. So it's been awesome.
Yeah, AMP isn't just an Ohio thing. It's growing across the country, and these guys, even though they're hundreds of miles away, are taking advantage of it. And that's the beauty of technology.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Isn't it cool? Yeah,
it is really cool. Absolutely. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up the AMP Agent Spotlight. We're going to hear a quick word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. Hey, guys, thanks for tuning into the AMP podcast. We want to give a quick shout out to one of our great sponsors at Safe Pro Home Warranty. Diana and Clayton have got you covered. If you move into your house within the first year and something goes wrong, like your hot water tank, your air conditioner, or your furnace, they are going to help you cover the cost of that so you don't have to do the whole thing out of pocket. So reach out to Diana and Clayton today to get your coverage set up at Safe Pro Home Warranty. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back to the AMP podcast. That stands for Agent Mentorship Platform. Please look us up, agentmentorshipplatform.com. That's our website, and check us out on all your favorite podcast places. This particular segment, Justin, Ask the Coach, sponsored by Covita Lending.
Yeah.
So we're in the office.
Mm-hmm.
We're out and about. Our world is imbued with real estate.
Absolutely.
And you're getting questions from various AMP agents. What is one of the questions that you've been getting of late?
One of the fun ones that I've been talking with a couple different agents about, coincidentally, is give another AMP agent shout out here. Kelvin Hernandez, I was Zooming with him yesterday.
He's a stud.
He is, and we do weekly Zooms, just kind of getting his business up and running. And he's getting ready to do some ad campaigns through Bold Trail. And he was asking me, what's the best method for nurturing and converting leads, might be a bad word, opportunities, prospective buyers and sellers that come in from those ad campaigns. I don't think there's any one right answer to this, and you guys can tell me. There's a lot of different methods and theories out there. One of them that I like, Maleeka, you talked about it earlier. You said when a lead comes in, 7 to 12 touches when they first come in, and then drip campaigns after that. I think that's the general kind of formula for, converting those long term. I like Mike Hall's approach. Anything Mike Hall does, I get on the bandwagon.
Like that, yep.
Mike Hall does a call on the first day, a text on the second day, an email on the third day. I think he does a social media follow on the fourth day, a social media DM on the fifth day. So I like that approach. When I first got into real estate, people talked about the 10 days of pain, which sounds really scary. It's like when you get a lead, you just hammer them for 10 days until they buy or die type of thing. I don't like that.
Dun. Happy Halloween.
Yep. And Dusty Riffle and I from DR Horton, we're doing an ad campaign, and we set up a spreadsheet where I call the first day, he texts the second day, I email the third day, he calls the fourth day. So long story short, when it comes to nurturing and converting leads, I think a strong initial hit, a speed to lead, get to them as fast as you can on the phone. And then, Mike Hall's approach, hit them from text, hit them from email, hit them from social media, they're hit them from all angles and try to qualify if they want to do business, if they were just browsing, if there's somebody you need to nurture, if there's somebody you need to assist right away. So
that's very interesting to me because I can hear it in your voice. I can sense it in your demeanor. We're chuckling about some of the things you're saying. We're using words like leads and prospects, and earlier you talked about it you were trying to make it funny. I don't know if that's the right word, right? And we fight that. To me, it's interesting. Yes, the folks that we do business with, we don't know all of them all the time. So prospect or lead would be an appropriate term. And the reason why I think we were chuckling earlier and you were talking that way is our significant belief is we bring facts, education, assistance, and expertise into the world of our potential clients. So that speed to lead and that follow-up and all of that is you're talking about it as if, well, I don't want to be bothering these people. Well, we're not. Mm-hmm. We want to help them.
No, I want to help them as fast as possible,
yeah,
and as many of them as I can help.
I understand that. I understand, and so those things go like this, don't they?
Right.
But I just want to help you.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to educate you and assist you.
And with the speed to lead thing, that's always my first conversation with people is, hey, I saw you were browsing the website. You were interested in 123 Lane Avenue.
Just want to help.
What questions can I answer for you?
How can I help you?
Do you want to get out and see that property?
Yeah.
Do you like the backyard? Or was it the garage that attracted you?
What was it?
What was it? So that's
I just think that's interesting. Leads, prospects, yes. That's
people to assist.
When
it comes to people to assist, I think the best method for nurturing and converting them is a strong initial over the first week or 5 days. A lot of different reach outs, and then we have Bold Trail where we can put them on a smart campaign and they'll be nurtured automatically. We can send them our newsletter. So a strong initial and a great follow-up nurture system. I think that's a good combination for any potential people you can assist.
This is going to sound like a really weird dichotomy, like we're speaking out of both sides of our mouth. But my ask the coach, but I get a lot from newer agents, a lot. What do I do? What's my process? How do I get this business started? Because we got our license as, you know, we're licensed real estate agents. We've mentioned it earlier. We're running a business now.
Yeah.
Okay, take a breath. Newer agent, have a vision. Let's develop your vision. Let's put a plan in place, and then let's set aside the time to do it. That all means, in 2 words, slow down. Now, that's why it's a dichotomy, speed to lead, right? Slow yourself down. Yes, you want to be of assistance to the largest number of people that you can. That's how we earn a living. Take a breath, slow down, and let's plan this out. Let's have our vision in front of us. Let's remind ourselves of why we got into real estate to begin with. It's to educate people and assist them and bring facts into their world and to be the expert real estate agent in their world. So, actionable tip, or what I'm asked about a lot is, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? You're getting a lot thrown at you as a new agent. Take a breath, slow down, and put a process in place that's going to allow you to market, grow, and sustain your business. So, agents, if you're new, slow down. We get it. We're all short on 2 things as new agents: money and patience. Get the patience thing under control. Slow down. And speed to lead.
Well, I think that's what
Slow down to hurry up.
Yeah.
Slow down and hurry up.
I think that's what makes you one of the best in the game for, you know, especially these one-on-one Zooms and this time that these agents spend with you, because of your philosophical approach to the business. That's something that before I got into AMP, I hadn't experienced. It was all like, what have you done today? What are you getting hammered? And Mark, your approach, I think, is really valuable to a lot of people, where you come at it with that philosophy of, here's what we got to do. Here's how we're going to do it. Take a breath, and here's how we're going to get there. And I think people need that. It's almost like you call it laying down on the couch with your psychiatrist. It's almost like that sometimes in those Zooms.
Well, many Zooms turn into that, and that's fine.
Yeah.
We got family, faith, social life, and work. You know, it's not always going to be about real estate all the time.
That's right.
I mean,
But you do need a plan.
How overwhelming is it to be a new agent? Like, I mean,
It's extraordinarily overwhelming.
Yeah.
like,
You just got sponsored.
where do you go? What
Yeah.
do you do?
Right.
You're getting a bunch of links and information from
Yeah.
your broker. You're getting a bunch of information and links from
Yeah.
the Columbus Board of Realtors, from the National Association of Realtors, from the Ohio Association of Realtors. You got to do this, and this. You got 20 hours of 20 hours of post licensing.
Post license. Yep.
Start working on your 30 hours of continuing ed.
It never stops.
I mean, you're just getting hammered.
Mm-hmm.
And look, that's not a complaint. We're laughing about it because it's just true. Slow down.
Mm-hmm.
Put a process in place.
And then
You've got 6 co-leaders of AMP that are going to help you. You've got the AMP Agent Mentorship Platform. Red One is an outstanding brokerage as it relates to support. It all comes back to take a breath, slow down, put a process in place, and then execute.
Yeah.
Control
Yeah.
what you can control.
Right.
That's it.
That's a big
That's
one
it.
too.
Maleeka, what do you got for us?
I would say agents, along the same lines, they want to know, like, how do I do more?
Mm.
And I'm one of those people. I'm very guilty of, like, wanting to do more and doing everything all at once.
No kidding.
It's how
Can't
I
wait
thrive.
till
I
tomorrow
thrive on
morning.
that.
Yeah.
And then Mark makes me slow down so that I can speed up. And so I really just say, like, what is your goal? What do you want to do? I speak to a lot of agents about investing. And I was like, okay, well, do we want to do buy and holds, like rentals? Do you want to do an Airbnb? Do you want to just flip projects? And they're like, well, I'm not sure. And I was like, okay, so next time we talk, have that answer. And then I'm like, okay, well, what's your budget? I'm not sure. Okay, so if you do this, if you flip, this is like where you probably need to be. If you want to do a buy and hold, this is where you need to be. If you want to do an Airbnb, this is where you need to be. And then it's like, well, what area do you want to be in for these properties? And they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, okay, are you okay with going here or here by yourself or at night or, you know, without your husband or without a partner? Do you feel safe? If you have a renter there, are you going to want to go look at things or show the house there? So I ask a lot of probing questions when it comes to like agents that want to do investing. As far as like traditional real estate, which Mark really loves for me to talk about, I would say become known in your area, whether that's partnering with Vault Title for geofarming or social media. I really like social media, so highlighting local neighborhood restaurants or businesses, your kids' sports teams. Like, we are always at a soccer field, so posting about your personal life is great. And then offering your services. Neighbors always need their grass cut or someone to help them clean their gutters or do lawn care. And if you use your network of various contractors, I think you can offer valuable services to your neighbors that they may not know you for. So just letting them know that you're there to help and not looking for a sale or looking to get a commission, just being available is also something that all agents can do for free.
I just heard this from Maleeka. If you have an interest in investing in real estate, call Maleeka Smith. She is the expert of our co-leaders. She's the expert, along with Justin Humphreys, on getting involved in investing, buy and holds, flips, and things like that. Get a hold of Maleeka Smith. There you go.
Carly, thank you, Maleeka. That was incredible. Carly, you have some title questions that you get asked a lot, very frequently.
Yes.
What's one of the biggest ones you think?
Biggest one. I would say nothing in real estate's black and white, right? There's so much gray area. No two transactions are the same. But one thing that is very black and white is property taxes. So I get this question on a regular basis when I'm at the closing table, before the closing, when we send out a preliminary settlement statement. A lot of sellers are concerned that we are over collecting for taxes or we're collecting something that they already paid for. And a great way to explain it as an agent to your seller is you are never paid up to date on your taxes, because taxes are paid 1 year behind or 6 months behind, however you want to look at it. You are never paid up to date. So if we're collecting, we have to collect for the time that you own the property in the current year so that we can credit to the buyers so that they can pay that property bill tax or property tax bill when you own the property. Does that make sense, or did I make
up
that
until
more
the date of
confusing?
closing, they're responsible
Yes.
for the taxes.
So that is the only thing in real estate. There's a lot of things, but that's one of the very, very black and white things. You are never paid up to date on your taxes, because a lot of sellers say that, like, well, I already paid that.
Right.
You did.
Not yet.
But not yet.
Yeah.
It was for last year.
It was for last year.
And,
Yeah.
and Ohio is one of the few states that does that, right? I think there's maybe only like a handful of states that it's like that.
I actually don't even know the answer to that question.
I think I heard one of the closers say that one day.
It's probably true.
Yeah.
Ohio's one of the last
quirky
states
like
that has
that.
dower.
Yeah, I was like, that's
So-
true for dower, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't surprise me. But yeah,
What do you think will happen? There's a lot of talk right now, and this is not going to get political, but there's a lot of talk right now about the property taxes and potentially abolishing them or reducing them greatly. How much would that change? It would just be one less thing on the settlement statement, or?
Yeah, I would just, if they totally get rid of it, it would be one less thing on the settlement statement, and then we'll just kind of adjust accordingly.
Yeah.
However, if it's decreased or whatever that may be.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Basically, title companies, they just tell us what to do and we do it.
Yeah.
From every single point. Agents, tell us what to do. Government, tell us what to do.
And you
What
don't
are we doing?
You just do what you're asked.
I'm just doing what I'm asked. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's also important if you have a buyer to explain to them that they're getting thousands, maybe, or even more.
Yeah, usually, yeah.
Of credit on the closing statement, because they will then have to pay it beginning in January of next.
That also reminds me of something back to sellers. They're like, I already I give money to my lender every single month to contribute to my taxes. Like, I'm going to pay these twice. And we always have to explain that as well. You'll get back the balance in your escrow account once you actually close out on your transaction. So you're not paying your taxes twice, but these taxes have been unpaid, so we have to collect for them. And it's pretty simple.
I know that it's a common thing that comes up because I hear you guys on the phone with people explaining it time and time again.
And it is confusing, and it's one of those things, like, you don't get it, and then one day you're like, oh.
That's how that works.
That's how it works, and then you never forget it.
Yeah.
It's one of the expenses a seller will experience when they transfer their house to a buyer.
Yes.
Tax proration.
Yep.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick commercial break to hear from one of our sponsors. That was the Ask the Coach segment. When we come back, we're going to talk about mindset and why it matters. We'll be right back. Quick shout out to our lender, Covita Lending. Guys, in today's marketplace, there are many lending options. So why choose Covita? At Covita, they ease the burden of financing by offering a worry-free transaction from pre-approval to close, keeping you educated, updated, and in the know every step of the way. That's Covita Lending's pledge to you. Reach them at 740-255-6220 or email steve@covitalending.com.
Welcome back to the Agent Mentorship Platform Podcast, short AMP podcast. We appreciate you guys. Please like and subscribe on all your favorite podcast platforms. Justin, we're into the Mindset Matters, the last section of our podcast. And we're going to start, if you don't, sponsored by Covita Lending. We're going to start, if you don't mind, with Maleeka Smith. Maleeka, Mindset Matters. We're all self-employed. We've got to drive our business, or it's going to drive us. It's definitely not going to drive itself. What's one of your Mindset Matters items that you'd like to share with our audience?
I would say that positivity and good attitudes is like the way to go. So if someone goes, "Oh, how are you doing today?" I always say, "I'm living the dream." Even if I'm not, I am just, that's positivity, and I believe it will happen, for either later that day or, in a year, I'll be living my dream every day. So I believe that positivity and like a good mindset going into your day or into whatever new environment and space that you're in for the day is the key. If I'm at a job site for the day, if I'm not in a good mood, I do tell people like, "Hey, not in the best mood today," just so that I don't put, my nasty attitude on anyone,
Yeah, right?
And they're just like, "Okay, she's not having a great day." But I tell them. But I normally 99.9% of the time I'm in a good mood, and I make sure everyone else is in a good mood so we can be productive.
Yeah.
And if someone else is not in a good mood, maybe my positivity will also rub off on them.
Yeah.
Try to make people laugh. And when I come into the office, Justin's always in a good mood. You're usually in a good mood. And
Why is he always and I'm usually?
I mean,
I think that makes
sometimes you
sense.
could be grumpy.
I think you know. I'm just kidding.
Maleeka, do you
I'm very
think
focused.
do you think that when you're in a good positive vibration, do you think that attracts other people that are also, in that same mindset and that same
Yeah.
positive vibe?
Yes. How can you be like grumpy if someone's smiling in your face? If you can, that's weird, but I think that it's just contagious. Both ways.
Yes, it can go both ways.
I
Huh?
completely agree with that. This is also not mine. I mean, everything we learn in life and the wisdom that we gain is usually from somebody else. Everybody walks around with a sign on their chest, and it says, "Say something nice to me. Make me feel special today." We all do that as human beings. And when you respond in the way you respond, "Hey, I'm living the dream," that's more, in my opinion, that's more about you having fewer negative thoughts rather than more positive thoughts. Because positivity is great, but I think your positivity overwhelms the negative thoughts that all of our brains bring into, for sure. We have way more negative thoughts as human beings than we have positive. So that's a great thing, and it segues into the Mindset Matters that I wanted to talk about. So yeah, this is about me, I guess.
Why is it always about you, Mark?
We're talking about, what I heard you say is you're talking about being on a particular frequency. You're tuning into a more positive frequency. That is followed up by something along the lines of, let's just put it into words. If you want more money, but you feel poor, that frequency isn't going to work. Your brain's not going to go there with you.
It's conflicting.
It is conflicting. When we set goals, SMART goals, if you set a goal and you physically write it down and you're thinking about it, and the goal is just the way you wrote it, not achievable, your brain knows that. So it's a frequency that you're putting out there, and I really appreciate it. When we meet on Thursday mornings, it is a lot of fun. We start out laughing most of the time. So get on the right frequency. If I could share anything with the audience, if you want money, you better not feel poor, because that's the wrong frequency. So you're just talking about a very positive frequency, and that overwhelms the negativity. So I love it. That's a really cool Mindset Matters. Thank you for starting us off. Carly, what do you think?
Oof, those are two big ones to follow, but
Too heavy.
so heavy, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it heavier. I would say yes. What you're saying, positive energy, it pretty much depletes the negative energy.
Yep.
When you have more positive thoughts, it's less negative thoughts. It overwhelms it. My big thing that I've been learning all year, and just in, I'm turning 30 this year, so I've learned a lot in my 20s. Having a grateful attitude has changed everything for me. I'm happy. I said I'm a chronic snoozer. I don't like to get out of bed. That's really hard for me. But I'm really grateful that I can get out of bed. I'm really grateful that I can get out of bed. I'm really grateful. Something so stupid. I used to make fun of this because my friend told me to do it. Just be grateful for everything.
Yeah.
The littlest things. Like, I'm so grateful that I have a jug of milk in my fridge because I really like milk in my coffee.
Yeah.
And then it's like you trick your brain into thinking that way always, and it totally changes your life. So I am a testament to that. And then everyone's heard about this on social media, romanticizing the small things in your life.
Yeah.
That really works for me as well. I really enjoy the 20 minutes that I drive to work every day because I get to have an uninterrupted cup of coffee.
Yeah.
I get to listen to whatever music I want at whatever volume I want. So romanticizing the small things in life and just being eternally grateful for everything.
On the grateful piece, a great way to actually do that in your life is, instead of saying, man, I got to get out of bed and I got to go to work today.
Yes.
It's, I get to get out of bed.
Yes, reframe your mind because it changes everything.
Right. I get to go to work. I get to go on the field trip with my kids yesterday and be a chaperone. It's not that I have to do it. I get to do it.
You get to do that. I still have a 3.5-month-old. He's not sleeping perfectly.
You
Come
get
on.
to change his diapers.
I get to get up with him at 2 a.m.
You're blessed.
I am blessed.
Yeah, everything goes. We don't reinvent wheels. The agent mentorship platform is based upon decades and decades old concepts, and all of our businesses grow as a result of implementing those concepts. It's been around forever. Count your blessings.
Count your blessings.
It's in a lot of people's kitchens.
And it's so cliche,
and it's old.
right?
It's old.
It's
just true.
It's just true.
Things that are true last forever.
Yes.
And no matter where you are, there's two things that are probably true. One, someone is looking at you thinking, man, I wish I was doing that. Yes. Or man, I would love to be where that person is. Even if you just got your license, there's somebody out there thinking, man, I would love to have my real estate license. Or if you're 3 years in and you're struggling, but you're finding your footing, and there's a new agent that's thinking, man, they're 3 years in, I'd love to be there. So, no matter what your situation is, count your blessings, be grateful for it, be happy that you get to do it, because there's somebody out there that wants to or wishes that they could, and you owe it to yourself and you owe it to them to kick ass.
Absolutely.
We love that. We call that everything is only good or bad by comparison to something else.
Right.
Everything.
Awesome.
It's either good or bad.
Gosh, now I want to go back and change mine because comparison is something else I want to get into.
The thief of joy. It's the thief of joy.
Thief of joy.
And our world is overflowing with comparison. I mean, that's one of the big negative aspects of social media, right? It's like, this person's doing this, and why am I not doing that? And you can fall into that trap. But stay focused. Keep your eye on the prize.
Blessed frequency.
Blessed frequency. I like that. I might get that tattooed.
Where?
Yeah.
Probably right here.
So I can see it.
There's your sign.
All right. So my mindset matters. We're coming in, when this episode airs, we're going to be pretty close to Christmas, and it's a great time for me. I'm looking back at my year right now. I'm looking back at my year to see what worked for me this year and what didn't work for me. And if there's something that worked for me, I'm going to turn the knob up on that a little bit. And if there's something that maybe didn't work, I'm going to identify it, figure out why, and maybe that gets a little bit less of my budget or less of my time. So for this year, for me, my referral business has just kind of like skyrocketed. I'm getting text messages and emails and calls almost, a couple times a month of people saying, hey, it's time for me to sell the house you helped me buy, or my cousin needs to buy a house, and I see your newsletter, and I thought of you. So one of the things I'm looking back at on how I can continue to improve next year that went well for me this year is my referral business. So if you're looking back at 2025, identify, what worked for you, what didn't, and improve or decrease those things. Maleeka, you have had, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've seen a resurgence in your traditional buying and selling business this year. You were very heavy in the investment market for quite a while.
Long time.
And this year I've seen you just crushing it with your traditional real estate buyers and sellers. So is that something you're going to look back at and tune in on?
Yes. Mark and I have already worked on my 2026 plan and
awesome.
my 4 areas of focus and how many transactions I want to do and how I plan to get there. So, yes. And a lot of it is traditional business and reducing a little bit my investor business.
That's awesome.
Not that investor business wasn't working.
It still is.
Just turning up the dial on traditional real estate. So geo-farming and open houses and everything that we train on with AMP.
Love it.
What a good Mindset Matters segment. Guys, this is the season finale of season 2. Maleeka, you've been on the podcast and hosting the podcast for maybe 4 episodes this season. 1 episode last season. Carly, this is your second time on. Mark, you and I are usually a staple here. I'm just going to go around the table. What has your experience been like as you look back on the podcast so far?
First of all, we appreciate all of you for viewing the podcast, subscribing it, liking it. We feel very strongly about the agent mentorship platform and the direction that we're taking the agents who entrust us with their business. We say, and it's true, we make agents better faster. So I think the podcast has been an outstanding way to get that message out, and we're going to keep doing it, and we will grow our subscriber base. And I have a blast sitting here with you and the ladies and anybody else that we have as guests. So I'm enjoying the hell out of this.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Maleeka, have you had fun?
Every time. There was a lot of laughter in the last one and a lot of laughter in this one. It's a great way to start your day and just get information out that may not be like a normal training topic and get multiple perspectives all at one time. And also just to be able to hear how other people, view mindset or title or, how their business is going and what their goals are, and just share that in a shared space is nice. And you don't always get that unless you're in a meeting. So this is a different vibe, a different feel, a different frequency.
Oh.
There you go.
And Carly, you and Vault Title, obviously one of our biggest and best sponsors. We love having you on, and we've hoped that you have had fun on this episode, and you're always a blast. And
oh, yes.
It's great to see you back in the podcast studio and at the office. And
oh, I was like so nervous for my first one, and then you guys invited me back, and I was like, oh, I'm ready. Oh, I'm so ready. No, it's fun. It's fun to just talk with you all. And I, like you said, I love all the different perspectives because we each come into a real estate transaction in a different way. So it's fun to talk about those things and hear other people's perspective.
Awesome. And lastly, before we sign off, we do want to give a big shout out to Sycamore Studios. Steve, you guys have been awesome this season. We can't wait to come back next year for season 3. Thank you so much for the great production and you guys are getting involved with the podcast. Have you guys been having as much fun as we are?
Absolutely. Even though I'm not an agent.
You're going to be one.
Pretend to be one. I could, right? A few more podcast seasons. But you know what? All this information is so universal. Yeah. And it's interesting to get the perspective of other people who may be running their own separate, right, businesses, each agent. And I see so many similarities and get so much information from the podcast too. So I love being in here with you guys, and we'll do it again soon.
Awesome. Shout out to Steve. Shout out to Dan. Shout out to Gina. Shout out to Mark, Maleeka, Dana, Sheila, Gina, myself, Carly, Covita Lending, Red One Realty, obviously, Safe Pro Home Warranty, all the sponsors. We appreciate you guys. Mark, that's a wrap. You want to take us away?
Thank you so much, guys, for joining us for Season 2, Episode 14. That's a wrap. We'll see you again here real soon. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right. Awesome.